Steve, how impactful do you think Jimmy's sickness was yesterday, and how is he feeling, and I guess what was the issue?
Yeah, he wasn't feeling well. That was definitely impactful, but he's feeling better, and he'll be ready to go tomorrow.
Hey, Steve, Sam with the Chronicle. We saw on the injury report that Steph is out for tomorrow. Is that in line with what you guys expected from the jump?
Yep, that's why we're having an update tomorrow. That's been the expectation all along.
Steve, just announcing it today doesn't mean you kind of want to take it off the table. You didn't want to have to get questions about it tomorrow, and any suspense. Just remove that and make it clear, or was it just obvious that it wasn't even going to be worth being discussed for tomorrow?
I didn't have anything to do with when the announcement would be made. That's up to the Brian McIntyre Award winner Raymond Ritter. He made that decision. So all I knew was there was no way he was playing tomorrow, and so that was not a surprise to me that we deemed him out. That was kind of a foregone conclusion.
That's another one. You went basically with an 8-man rotation last night. I know just you're playing the guys that are playing well. Then you also mentioned that the last 4 minutes you really like those guys. Could you see going to a 10-11 rotation this late in the series? Is that a possibility?
Not 10 or 11, but I could definitely play a couple of guys beyond where we've been going. It's been an 8-man rotation the last 2 games, so we could go to 9 or 10.
Steve, Dalton here. I mean, just what did the third quarter show? I mean, I know you guys only had 7. You had 6 turnovers in the first half, 7 in that third quarter. What really started to unravel there?
Defensive connection. We had done a really good job, I think. The previous couple games of just staying connected, and I thought our offensive woes in the middle of the third quarter led to some of the transition stuff. But they hit some tough shots, but it didn't feel like we ever had control of them in the third. So we've got to stay better connected and make sure we're forcing tougher shots than what we gave up in that third quarter.
Did Steph make the trip?
Yeah.
All right, obviously you guys want to extend the series and whatever, but how nice would it be not only to extend the series, but also to give Steph a chance to come back?
You just get to take this game quarter by quarter, get our minds right, get our energy right, come play with force, have fun, keep the team joy, and just go in there and try to get a win, man. That's the main objective, to get a win. Survive in advance.
You were close for a half, and then got in game 3. You guys were there the entire time. What's it going to take to close out a win without Steph?
Discipline. You can't let them go on that 17-0 run spurt they had last game. I think that was the game right there, and that was like a 2-minute stretch, and we couldn't recover from that. Just staying locked in and mentally focused on those runs and weathering the storm, and when we go on our runs, see if we can take it up too.
When you're sitting around watching TV and stuff, do you still hold the ball?
Of course. I got a ball everywhere. You want to hold it for me?
Buddy, have you checked in on your friend Jimmy after him being sick?
Jimmy's in better spirits today. He was talking and he was being himself. I expect a whole different Jimmy Butler today.
He wasn't like that before Game 4.
No, I tried to cook him some soup. He didn't veg for me. He didn't take it from me, so he didn't trust me, I guess. So I try to get him right for Game 4, but I think he's right today.
What soup are you cooking up?
Some chicken noodle soup, some souse. No, some Bahamian souse. Some Bahamian souse. It'll get him right.
What have you seen from Steph the last few days? He was out there shooting a few minutes ago. What have you seen from him?
Same thing you seen. Nah, just waiting until Sunday comes, if the opportunity comes. Anything else? Cool. Thank you. Y'all be good.
Here you go, Game 5. What's it feel like? Nothing to lose? What does it feel like?
We just got to go out there and play, man. Obviously, we know what's on the line, and but we just got to go out there, run our stuff, listen to coach, play hard, and we feel like we can get this thing done.
Seeing Steph out here on the court with y'all, just how much motivation is there to extend the series and give him a chance to come back for the series with y'all?
There's a lot of motivation. Obviously, we already want to play. We're already playing to win, but when you add that extra chip on your shoulder, having Steph out, just trying to get him a chance to come back is huge. And so we talked about some things, got some things cleaned up, and now we just got to go out here and execute.
Have they done a lot differently to you? Is it what you expect? Is it the last game? Did they make any changes in that second half that surprised you?
No, I just feel like we got a little sped up on the offensive end, and it led to some transition baskets. I feel like we let Ant loose a little bit, so we just got to make sure we're keen on him. Don't let him get loose and hit open ones.
What do you expect from the Timberwolves tonight, knowing like they're trying to close it down from their home fans and everything?
Yeah, it's a closeout game. Really difficult games, as you can tell from our last series, but we just got to go out there and execute. We know it's going to take a full 48-minute effort for us to get this thing done. They're a really good team, and so we got to be almost perfect.
Trayce and Steph talk to you guys at all in any way?
Yeah, Steph's
talking kind of.
Steph's been around. Steph is Steph. He's given us confidence. He's breathing life into us. He really wants to get back. I know he's working super hard to get back, and so we got to go out there and do this thing for him.
The biggest trash talker you played with in your career?
Probably Joe. Ant talks a lot and enjoys it, but Joe is maybe he doesn't talk as much, but he try to find whatever weakness you have. He try to find it and take advantage of it. So it's yeah, I think it's Joe.
Artists that you've been around in terms of.
Jaden is a quiet shit talker, and it took me a couple of years to realize it.
Yeah.
But he will like score a basket, and you can't even read his lips, but you're here like bitch. I'm like, who said that? And I realized the whole time. Sorry, I might get fined. Jaden will almost whisper after he score, like. But he talks a lot too. He just do it subtly, you know.
Close things out tonight.
I mean, we've talked about it's probably going to be the hardest game of the series. Just knowing that, the closeout game is the hardest game. On your home floor, there's a lot of, expectations to close it out at home. And, we just have to come out and be ready. We know that they're going to be ready to go from the jump. We know that they're going to throw a bunch of different looks at us. They're just trying to keep it alive. They're just trying to keep fighting and try to get Steph back. So we got to end it tonight. And that's that.
Donte, what was the biggest piece of advice you learned from playing with Steph Curry?
To be honest with you, there's nothing that he has said to me about basketball. It's more so just being able to see him as a normal person, being able to go through every day with him for that entire year, just realize that the status that he has, he doesn't carry himself that way. He doesn't treat people as if he's better than them. So to watch him do that every single day, it just rubs off on people.